Drinkin Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Yeah, welcome to Drinkin Bros, kids. Tuesday afternoon, February 1st. Black History Month has began, Dan?
Begun.
Began. It has begotten us. We have begirthed out Black History Month. Really celebrating it today, except for Tim Cook. If you're black, you can't go to his house.
Is that true?
Google Maps and Apple have built invisible walls to hide where his home is.
But not from black people, from everyone.
Let's face it, who's he really doing
But
this
this
for?
is how we discovered dark matter as well, right?
Is that you're calling black people?
We can't see dark
Okay.
matter, you fucking imbecile. We can't see it, but we can see the effects of it. If you look on a map and you see a big whited out area, that's Tim Cook's house. This is fucking stupid.
Yeah. Look,
What a useless fucking thing to do.
it is now vanished here. So what they're saying is the home of Apple CEO Tim Cook is now vanished from Google Maps and Apple Maps, obviously, following a restraining order against an alleged stalker. Giorgio, you're all things Apple.
Yes.
Matter of fact, you should just change your name to All Things Apple. Was this stalker a man or a woman?
It was a woman pretending to be his wife and to have
Really?
mothered his children. And she's already applied to be his roommate by sending him applications to be his roommate.
You're kidding.
Now, Tim Cook is gay as fuck.
Yes, openly gay man.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is.
Yes.
So we confirm that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he confirmed it.
He did.
By fucking a bunch of dudes.
Yeah. But
Or-
I didn't know if we had proof or video or something
This-
like that.
I mean, when somebody tells you you're gay or they're gay, that's just the end of the conversation.
That's not good enough for me. I want to see full penny. I want to see penetration. I want to see Tim Cook getting blasted. You know, is that a lot to ask for? I paid $1,500 for the new goddamn phone. Is it too much to see a man's asshole get blasted?
How do you like it?
This is a piece of shit. The storage is great. It's super slow. The photos on it, when you go this high res with your photos on a phone, I don't like that they're blurry for 15 seconds and then you have to wait for it to catch up and be like, oh man, we were just teasing you. Your photo wasn't blurry. Because usually I'm in a hurry. I'm taking photos for contracts or whatever and trying to email them off. They show up as blurry for about 15 seconds and then they fade into whatever
So
HD
what this
that
called,
is.
Ross, is called computative photography. Mm-hmm. And so what it's doing is it's taking a bunch of pictures at a bunch of different levels, doing a bunch of different things,
Yep.
and then trying to put together what it thinks is the best picture
It's
for you.
It's why we have all these dope ass pictures of space.
Sure.
Right. So like the Hubble Deep Field is a bunch of pictures, but made into one picture, and it's not only a bunch of pictures, but pictures taken in the not the Hubble Deep Field, but some of these pictures that we have of faraway planets and shit are pictures taken with radio telescopes, with infrared cameras, and with actual fucking photography cameras, and they're all layered on top of each other to give you a real representation of what your eyeball would see if you were close to it.
Got it. So what I'm using my phone for, Giorgio, is just filling out paperwork.
Get a
for-
fax machine, bitch. That's not what the
Homeland
phone's made for. It's a
Security.
$1,500 fucking internet device and phone
Just
or
need
a
to take
camera.
a picture of it to scan it.
No.
I get to sign paperwork and scan it
No.
back. That's it. If I wanted to take, man, I hate to bring up Hope Solo's asshole this early in a show.
I'm a big fan of it.
Same here. She just entered the Women's Soccer Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Good for an amazing goalkeeper.
I think she's the very best of all time, female-wise. I think they should give her 2 plaques. One of her, obviously, from playing, and then just her b-hole pick that she took and sent to that dude or her husband, whoever that b-hole pick was meant for. I think there should be a separate one of those.
I think it was meant for all of us.
Yeah, but if I'm in a hotel room waiting for that b-hole pick, I don't want to wait an extra 15 or 20 seconds.
Is it morally right to jerk off to leak nudes?
Yes, it is. 100%.
That's
That's not my problem.
Is it morally right to keep some money you found on the street?
Are those synonymous?
Aren't they?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I think
These seem
both
like
are-
two very different things.
I
had no cause of either.
Right.
Either. I am rewarding from both, yes,
Right.
in some way.
Yeah.
You're being rewarded. Yeah. So if let's put it this way, instead of money on the street that you found, let's say an armored car explodes and cash goes in every direction. Is it okay to grab some?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
So
It's going to blow away anyway.
There's your answer.
The dumbest person I ever saw, Giorgio, and this is for you because I'm siding with you, by the way. There was one of those armored trucks that, money fell out of the back, and then the people fucking returned it. And they got $100, and there was $23,000 worth of money. Dumb. Take the money and fucking enjoy your life, dude.
I feel like
Just
if you
do
get caught on
something rad.
camera doing that, though, then someone knocks on your door.
But you're in the middle of the highway. It's just like,
Yeah,
hey,
tell
dude.
them to come knock. What fucking? I don't have any fiduciary responsibility to that asshole. Like, if you don't want me to have your cash, don't let it get strewn about in the street. You know what I mean?
I guess I agree with that sentiment.
That's your fucking
it's
issue, not
their
mine.
responsibility to protect their cash from the elements.
Yeah. It's immoral to let a sucker keep his money.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess it's immoral to also then let a good nude go unjerked.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't. Like, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that for other people.
But don't do like, remember that dude who was super, God, what election was that? It was the 2012 election, that dude that said he saw Jennifer Lawrence's butthole and that it was awesome. But he was part of he was an Obama fan or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that fat dude?
And I'll say this. Best leak nudes of all time, Jennifer Lawrence.
Well, so I saw all of these together in a collection called The Fappening.
Yes.
Ken
yes.
Bone, that was his name.
Ken Bone, he was on the show.
Ken Bone, he said, quote, I saw her butthole, period. I liked it. Hard stop.
I think he said that on our show. And I'm not kidding. We interviewed Ken Bone on the show. Go find that episode. Just type in Drinkin' Bros on iTunes and rate the show a 5-star and leave a review. It's all the fucking advertisers want. It really helps. So please do that. But while you're there, there's a search and you can just type in Ken Bone. So Ken Bone was on the show.
Not the basketball coach, by the way.
Yeah. What number was that? What episode number was that? It was a long time ago.
102.
Fuck.
Oh, wow.
That was a really long time ago. So that was the show after the election. We had him on after Trump got elected.
Yeah, he asked a question in the fucking debates.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what the question was.
He was from St. Louis, and everyone got really popular because of his sweater.
Yeah, the Bone Zone, dude. I dressed up as him for Halloween. So if you type that in, there's a picture of me dressed up like Ken Bone for Halloween. I had prosthetics and everything for old Ken Bone, dude.
Why would
The Bone Zone.
Why would you need prosthetics? What are you
He's
talking
about 400 pounds.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's a large man, but he was a really fun interview, and I remember that show. Holy shit, that was 850 episodes ago.
There wasn't even video for it.
No, we don't have any video. I think, if memory serves me correctly, I think he was in St. Louis on a highway, and he was driving somewhere. So I think I interviewed him on his phone on a drive to St. Louis. Well worth it. Beautiful gentleman. Big Bone Zone fan. Dan, you were correct, by the way. So this is all blurred out. So when you pull up his house, you kind of just get this, it looks like squares for these little
Yeah, I mean, you
giggly
can't,
lines.
You can't see, that's pixelation. You can't see the satellite view of his house, but you still know exactly where it is.
Do you?
And it's a
I
company,
don't know where this is at.
There's a company called Star Security that does security for all those guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it says the Palo Alto property is blurred out. So he is in Palo Alto.
Yeah. Well, he's in Los Altos Hills, I think is where it is,
Okay.
which is a really nice area. I did a lot of work out there back in the day.
So to confirm what Giorgio says, it says the change comes after Apple successfully applied for a restraining order against an alleged stalker who referred to Tim Cook as my husband and my twins' daddy.
I mean,
she allegedly said that they
possible.
had twins together.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Does Tim Cook have children?
Well, he's gay.
So?
I think the husband part is the most.
That part's ridiculous, but does he have kids?
I don't know if he froze his sperm or if he had it injected inside a lady hole to have twins.
Let's see. Let's go down to personal life. Let's see. He's a fitness enthusiast. Shut the fuck up, man. You know what I came here for.
He is a fitness enthusiast.
Really
when I
light.
think of Tim Cook, I think of fitness enthusiast.
No,
first
but Dan
before
is
I
right
think of
because we
Apple.
can't throw out late in life gay. I didn't dig deep enough into this. I just assumed this lady was crazy after she sent the roommate application because I don't
Sure.
think he really needs a roommate, with his economic bracket.
He didn't come out until 2014. He was 54 at the time.
Oh, so
Shit. So he could have boned some ladies.
But it was a pretty well-known secret, I guess. I mean, I worked for one of the big law firms there doing workplace violence stuff. So if one of their executives got threatened, I put one of my team on the person that threatened them and watched them 24 hours a day, and me or one of my people stayed with the principal 24 hours a day. So one of my principals happened to work out every morning with this guy.
Really?
And I mean, look, if you can't tell the guy's gay by the way he walks,
Yeah.
then you're not paying enough attention.
Was there a wide gait or was there a limp?
It's a gay walk.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it. You just know it when you see it, right? Just like pornography.
Is Whoopi Goldberg going to get fired for these comments about the Jewish community? I didn't know she went on Colbert last night and tried to explain it and then accidentally doubled down on her statement here. If there's one thing I know about Hollywood, it really is run by Jews and gays. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised she's not fired right now. It's got to be because she's a black lady, and they didn't want to do that on...
Well, she's a black Jewish lady, if you pay attention to her fake last name. Her name is Karen Johnson, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's just start calling her what her fucking real name is. Karen.
Is it Karen Johnson?
Caryn. Her mom changed her name. She actually did a bit about this. Not a bit, but an interview about this fucking 15 years ago. I still remember it.
Why Goldberg?
Because she wanted to get into Hollywood.
Fuck off.
But her mom is the one that changed her name legally to Goldberg.
That's great.
Yeah, because she thought she'd have a better chance if people thought she was Jewish.
She's right.
Yeah.
You're 100% right.
Yeah, but that's the problem, though. Whoopi Goldberg's entire career can be attributed to co-opting the Jewish race, as it were. Mm-hmm. But she doesn't believe that it is a race, when in fact, Hitler, on multiple occasions, referred to the Jewish race as an inferior race.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And in the book that they were originally talking about, Maus, the second page, like the fucking dedication page, right? Not the dedication page, but there's a small quote there, and it uses the same phraseology, like race. So this begs the deeper. She should be fired. I think she will probably get fired because of the things she said. But more importantly, she should be fired because she's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, well, look, there's a lot of idiots on television, right?
Correct. Yeah, but I mean, you got to think about this from the leftist point of view. I know that reality doesn't really matter to anybody anymore, but if that's going to be your bellwether, like they're out there, right, taking the temperature of America. It's the woman, the view from women. Mm-hmm. This is what it is. It's the view from women, the view from liberal women, because every conservative that goes on there gets fucking destroyed.
Well, they get fired
within fucking months now.
Yeah.
So Whoopi Goldberg has no education at all. She's a fucking imbecile. She doesn't know shit. She just happens to have had some success in she EGOTed, right?
Yeah.
So she had success as an entertainer, but think about the disdain you have for all the other entertainers. And then she's like the fucking lightning rod for all of it. She's the biggest piece of shit out there. And then, Joy Behar, what did she do in college? She's got a master's in something from Stony Brook. I can't remember what it is.
Does she really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's probably in like fucking theater or something. Oh, English education. But she graduated from there in 1966. So, by the way, people that get advanced degrees in English tend to become teachers. Yeah. And they're idiots. They don't know anything.
Yeah, Joy Behar,
like there's no job you get when you get a fucking master's degree in English education except for a teacher, right?
Yeah.
But she just happened to get popular doing other shit, but she's a fucking imbecile as well.
I thought Joy Behar was Jewish, and then she said this morning, when they apologized with the guy from the Jewish League. I don't know the name of it.
Well, her real name is Josephine Victoria Occhiotto. I think it's Italian.
Okay.
But she's, again, adopted a fucking Jewish surname.
Yeah, she goes, look, everybody thinks I'm Jewish, but I'm not Jewish.
Well, she married a Jew.
No, she did.
Joe Behar in 1965 while she was in college. They divorced in 1981, but she kept the last name. Can't imagine why.
Wow, that's a long time to keep a last name.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. She's had his last name for 40 years. Because it's Jewish, and it helps you in the industry.
Yeah.
And she's a piece of shit that would take advantage of something like that. The deep-seated racism that you hear about and that multiple fucking civil rights activists have talked about over the years, it's not the fucking white conservative, or I'm sorry, it's not the conservative, it's the white liberal that is always, they think they're better. They won't admit it in public, but they do admit it in public by saying, well, you can't figure out how to get a driver's license or how to vote or how to start a business or get an attorney. You're fucking stupid. Right? So we have to help you.
Yeah.
No, dude, that's there's nothing more racist than that, in my opinion.
The other part about this, too, is obviously The View went hard after Rogan the other day, right, for misinformation. This is misinformation. And the thing is, like, with this show, I always say it's opinions. We're a fucking podcast. I don't understand what's wrong by saying, all right, Joe Rogan's got his own opinions. The View has their own opinions. Drinkin' Bros has their own opinions. We're all not experts in the field of anything. So what the fuck, bro? So by them saying it's misinformation, well, now Whoopi's doing misinformation, so are we firing her? Are we canceling The View now? Where is that, and where's the outrage for that? Because I don't see it.
Well, I mean, I don't know about...
I think Whoopi could get fired. The only reason I think she'll get fired is simply because all of her bosses are Jewish.
Maybe, but they're not, like... People make smart money decisions. I don't think the Jewish community gets offended from time to time about things, as they should, because people say stupid shit that, is histrionics about the fucking Holocaust quite a bit for some reason. I don't know why people always like dive into that. Well, you know what I think about the Holocaust? Like, oh, buddy, you should just fucking pump the brakes for a moment and not say what you're about to say.
Yeah.
But people fucking do that shit all the time. But Jewish people typically make pretty good business decisions. And if the show is doing well and a large amount of their audience still feels good about Whoopi Goldberg being there, then she'll stay. That's the answer to that.
Maybe. We'll find out. But, as far as her getting on Colbert, and
that part was
he was
weird.
trying to lay her up, too, of like, hey, here's the softball pitch so you can get out of your fucking situation. And she just didn't understand the questions and just kept doubling down on it. And you're like, man, this is going horrific. The beauty of this morning, because I caught it right before I was leaving the house when they had to talk to this fucking guy. Because there's always like one representative from some league you gotta sit down with, If you say the N-word, you got to sit down with the NAACP. If you talk about Jews, you got to sit down with their organization, whatever that is, the Jewish Defense League. Is that it? JDL?
ADL.
Okay. Either way.
Anti-Defamation League is what they're dealing with now. And, the ADL has come under a little scrutiny recently as well because of how they've decided to reimagine the word racism. Reimagine is a word you hear quite a bit these days.
Yeah. And re-educating, which I hate.
Yeah. I mean, so racism used to be... their definition on their website of racism used to be the belief that one race is superior to another, and then they had detailed some actions that might flow forth from that particular ideology. Their definition of racism now is, quote, the marginalization and or oppression of people of color based on a socially constructed racial hierarchy that privileges white people. That's on the ADL's website now.
That's great.
So... in my opinion, I'm in a fucking war with the ADL. Like, if they show up somewhere I am, I'm going to beat the shit out of them. Because they're threatening my fucking right to exist with this nonsense. Like, if you want...
when did they change that definition?
Sometime in the last 2 years, I would imagine. Sometime between when people were posting fucking blacked out photos on Instagram in 2021. I would imagine it now.
I was watching, again, I caught the end of the thing today.
Oh, it says last updated July 2020.
Oh, great.
So, it was when everybody was posting.
It was during the riots.
Yeah,
it was during the riots. The end of the View conversation with that guy ended like this. He said, look, if you really want to have some proper representation for the Jewish community, you guys have an open seat now that Meghan McCain is out. Why not hire a Jewish person to take that seat?
Yeah, like Ben Shapiro.
And it was dead silent. I mean, the whole set was just like, yeah, we could do that. The bosses will look into that. And it was like, they're not fucking doing that.
No, they're not. Because, somebody that's really read in to Judaism as a religion, a culture, or an ethnicity, a nationality, a race, whatever, is probably going to be a bit Zionist, meaning that they believe in the ultimate principle that Israel as a state should exist where it is, right? And that's a problem for the left. They don't like that. I don't know why. Honestly, I have no idea why they resist that so much.
I don't either.
I can't put my finger on it because you would think that that would be something that would be pretty easy. Like the Jews are the minority for all of human history. Like they've been fucked around more than anybody ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, Jesus Christ. They've been fucked around more than anybody ever. And I think that the two-state solution in Israel is probably a pipe dream, but it's something that should happen. And I don't think it ever will, but it's something that should happen. But so I'm not like a full-on Zionist either. I think that there's the way Israel's conducted itself with the settlements and all the corruption in that government is fucking crazy. But they've been fucked, historically speaking, they have been fucked around more than anybody ever.
Yeah.
And just because they find ways to work around it, you know what I mean?
Doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So what the fuck? Yeah, easily ignored. Hesh did say it best, but I can't say those words on here. He said, my people were the white man's N-word before, while you were still doing some, and he made a racist trope about black people.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's very accurate. The Jews have been fucked around more than anybody in the history of humanity, which is, you know, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. And it's weird that it's still going on today. Again, especially when you work in Hollywood. What the fuck, bro?
Well, again, they're fucking pragmatists. Like how long Jews have for several thousand years now been doing business with people who fucking hate them and to some degree deny their right to even exist. So I think they're just used to it. Like they don't, it's thick skin. And thick skin throughout time for them has bred a very successful ideology towards life, which is to say, I don't really care if you like me or not. I care about me and my family and making sure we're safe and successful. I mean, you can talk some shit if you want. That's fine.
Yeah.
And if it's time to go to war, then we're all going to go to war together. I think that's a pretty good outlook on life. From whether you're a minority or not, that's a pretty good outlook on life.
Not anymore, Dan. It's all over now. Whoopi Goldberg hates Jews, okay? And that's what we're going with for the rest of the day.
She clearly doesn't hate Jews, but she does. She is falling into that progressive trap, right? Like progressivism is so fucking stupid. Intersectionality basically divides everybody into categories, right? Mm-hmm. And then ranks them in order of oppressed to most to least oppressed. Even going up on the x-axis to the oppressor level for some people, right? Like regardless of your actual actions as a human being, you're in an oppressor class just by existing, which seems kind of weird. And then they begin to constrict, right? Who fits into the oppressed class and who doesn't. And Jews are now out of the oppressed class. And so are Asians, by the way. You'll see the Stop Asian Hate bullshit every now and again, but what they talk about on a pretty regular basis is that Jews are white people. That's what she was talking about.
Yeah.
Because it's white people fighting each other.
Yeah,
Why do I care about that? That was her fucking point.
Yeah.
Right? So it constricts until, and then you combine that with what's happening now, and a patrician class, the patriarchy, the aristocracy, basically fucking decides that whomever belongs to us, right? Whoever's in our group, that's going to be the most oppressed class. So now we have an aristocracy that thinks they're the oppressed class. What the fuck? Dude, you're in charge of everything. You own all the property. You own the big tech companies, but you're the most oppressed people on earth?
Yeah.
And that only leads in one direction, right?
We're all fucked in this, okay?
War.
Yeah, we're all fucked in this. And look, I know we keep talking about the Rogan thing, but like, I don't know if you heard, but even the White House chimed in on this last night. White House said on Spotify's Joe Rogan Mess, this is a Hollywood Reporter, there is more that can be done to inform users about COVID rather than their new plan. Again, once you open the door for any of this bullshit, dude, they're just going to fucking kick it open. And Jen fucking Psaki said this is a positive step that Spotify is doing, but there's more that can be done. There was another article today of why this isn't done for Rogan, and I agree with it. And basically what they were saying is, when you're owned by a platform, it's essentially being owned by a studio or a network at this point.
He's not. His audience is agnostic of platform. If he leaves tomorrow, everybody that fucking came because of him leaves with him, and they fucking know that.
I agree. And I don't know what the language was of his contract and what was exactly signed on his end, but the problem is, I want to say it was three more fucking musicians dropped off today. More will follow, I'm sure. But whenever you sign on to a network like this and you're not free across all platforms and everything else, and you're essentially behind a wall, is what they're saying in this article, it makes it tough because the president's got to deal with his shareholders. The stock is down, a couple $2 billion worth of money. So they've got to go back in these quarterly reports and answer for why they paid so much for Rogan and how he's controversial and should they get him off and blah, blah, blah. So that guy's stuck, even though I think he doesn't want to fuck with it.
You're talking about the CEO?
Yeah.
I think that a lot of musicians you're going to see it here pretty soon. You're going to see a lot of lefty musicians try to moralize their censorship position by clinging to the fact that Spotify doesn't pay the artists to put their music on there, and they're correct about that. Mm-hmm. Spotify is the Dana White of music.
Yeah.
Right? They suck at paying their fucking people.
Well, they just want out. They just want out of music.
Well, I mean, if they're trying to force their way out of music, this is a good way to do it.
It is,
but
yeah.
the problem with the narrative is going to be, it's going to stop being about Rogan soon, and it's going to start becoming about, they don't even pay their artists.
Yeah.
Like there will be a massive pivot amongst all these fucking lefty cunts, but really in the back of their mind, they've already played their hand. It's about censorship. Mm-hmm. It's about them being too fucking mentally weak to hear things in their brains that they can't fucking, that they don't agree with. Like, oh my God, what's going to happen if I keep hearing this stuff I don't agree with? My fucking brain's going to explode. I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
But they're going to say it's about the pay.
Now, and to go back to this Whoopi Goldberg thing here, because I'm going to read the rest of Jen Psaki's statement. This disclaimer, it's a positive step. So in case you didn't hear, they want to put a disclaimer about COVID-19 and vaccinations before any episodes on Spotify that talk about vaccinations, the vaccine, or the COVID-19 virus. This disclaimer is a positive step, but we want every platform, to be doing more, to be calling out mis- and disinformation while also uplifting accurate information. Ultimately, our view is that it is a positive step, but there's more that can be done. Now,
Jen Psaki said this?
Jen Psaki said this.
Yeah, she should be in prison. I'm really, I've resigned myself to the fact that we're going to have a massive war in this country now, and I want it to fucking get started now.
Sure.
And she's right up there at the top of the fucking list of people that need to be buried under a prison for the rest of their lives.
But here's what's crazy to me, right? If you make a statement like this, she gets paid to lie for a living all day long. Every fucking White House press aide, that is exactly what you were paid to do, is to spin, to lie. Very rarely are you going up there to tell the truth about something. That job sucks, and I don't fucking wish it upon anybody. We've had how many White House press secretaries on this show? 4, I think, in the history of our show. Every one of them will tell you the same thing off air of like, dude, that job was fucking impossible. I know that I have to go up and lie all goddamn day and then try to avoid the tough questions and then get out of there.
That's why I don't feel 1 ounce of pity for those people.
Me neither.
They know that they're fucking professional liars.
100%.
Fuck them.
Yes, and that's the way I feel too. But with this exact statement that she said, this mis and disinformation, great. Are you going to make a statement about Whoopi Goldberg then today? Because that is another platform. So if you want it to be equal across all the platforms, why are you not calling out everybody else or talking about this?
Before this stupid ginger bitch calls on anybody to be fucking censored or have their information labeled as mis or disinformation, and the same goes for that little cunt that's the fucking Surgeon General. Somebody should punch a hole in his fucking chest too. Before they can fucking start calling for censorship of other people, let's go back through the last 2 years of unscientific horse shit and absolute fucking lies they've told us. Like, you come to the table with a list of shit that you were fucking abjectly wrong about and the things that you clearly misleaded people about, right? And admit to all that, and then we can have a fucking conversation about misinformation. You stupid fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Fuck her. I hope she gets fucking cancer.
Well, who knows? I'm not her doctor. I'm not her doctor on that one. But she goes on to say, our hope is that all major tech platforms and all major news sources, for that matter, be responsible and be vigilant to ensure the American people have access to accurate information on something as significant as COVID-19. That certainly includes Spotify. We haven't gotten any from our own government. We haven't gotten any accurate information like you were talking about.
Yeah, are they going to go back and fucking ask to censor MSNBC? Because Rachel Maddow spent about a month and a half talking about, just get the vaccine, then you can't get COVID and you can't spread it either. Why not just do it? Well, you were fucking wrong, bitch.
Yeah.
Go make a fucking movie about it.
With Ben Stiller. Is the movie about COVID-19?
I hope it's about fucking both of them dying in a car crash. And instead of a movie, it's just a fucking snuff film. I've run out of patience for people. It's one thing to lie, to like better yourself, make money, to grift on people and blah, blah, blah. That's bad, right? That sucks. But when you're doing it as a form of pushing authoritarianism in a goddamn republic like we have right now, then you deserve to have everything taken away from you up to and including your fucking life.
Yeah, Jen Psaki, I think, is only signed on for next year, and I think she's bouncing. She's like, dude, this is enough. Most of those people don't last very long in that position because it's too difficult to go out and fucking lie for a living every single day.
Yeah, she'll get a book deal. She'll fucking get a nice spot on CNN or MSNBC or both.
Yeah.
Maybe, and make millions of dollars for lying to you. She'll make millions and millions of dollars for telling you things that weren't true so that the government gains more power and you lose your business. That's what's happening right now. Just to be clear.
And speaking of lies and misinformation, I know that fucking Joe Biden and Kamala Harris aren't the most popular people in the world, but I keep seeing these articles floated that Harris to the Supreme Court because she's a black woman and also was a lawyer, that she would be a good fit, and they want her out because she's unlikable. This will never happen in a million years. This is the third article I've read. Politico did it today. And this is the third article I've read regarding this. That is not going to happen in 1 million goddamn years.
Hey, can you pull up a picture of Kamala Harris with her mother and father, please? Just want to address a few things right quick. But yeah, that'll never happen.
No.
But it would be really funny if it did. But
and the title of the article is Harris to Supreme Court Chatter Opens Window into Dems' Deepest Fears. There's no way the vice president is going to step down, because that is a step down and go to the Supreme Court and do it. 1, 2, I don't think she wants to do this bullshit anymore at all. I think
Kamala Harris?
Yes, I think she wants to have a huge fat book deal right off into the sunset, being the first black female VP, and call it a life after that, kind of like Michelle Obama did. Because that's a fucking pipe dream thing, is she's going to run for president, too, with Michelle Obama. I think she's all done with this fucking bullshit.
She's not running for shit. I don't think, there's a diminishing return on your ego at some point. Like, you press it so far, and you fail after fail after fail after fail, and then finally your ego can't take it anymore. You either have a psychological break or you step back, right? Mm-hmm. She's done nothing but fucking fail, starting with the mid-2019 DNC stuff, right? Like, she just got hammered that whole fucking time.
Yeah.
She's been getting relentlessly hammered. Not for being a woman, not for being a woman of color or any of that bullshit, but for her record, for pretending to be progressive, right? When she went after particularly young black males and put them in prison forever for weed, right?
In California,
yeah. And then used her position to block new evidence that would come in to the courts and get people off of death row, and all the other fucked up shit she did as a district attorney and attorney general. Then she came in and pretended to be progressive, and then when it came time to give her tasks like COVID stuff or the border stuff, she fucking just did nothing. She didn't even show up. Right? She's been getting hammered relentlessly with good reason for over 2 years now, and I think she's probably had enough. I would be shocked if she ran for vice president with Biden again, if he indeed does run.
Well, I don't know if he's going to, but like these rumors have gotten to the point where they actually had to hit up the Democratic National Committee member and say, the guy who was running this and be like, hey, dude, is this going down? And he said no. She said no and reiterated that President Joe Biden's plan is to keep her as a running mate in 2024.
No, it's not. There's no fucking way it's
so
not.
either.
There's no fucking way.
I don't think so either. But this shit, because, I mean, dude, these are all coming from left's articles. Like, it's a fucking fantasy,
dude,
bro.
Chris Saliza, like 2 months ago, wrote an article like, hey, it looks like Biden's probably retarded. Here are some options for the next president. And none of them were Kamala Harris.
No.
Like Pete Buttigieg was on the list. He was a mayor and a bad one in some shitty town in fucking Indiana. Who cares? He was a fucking like supply officer for like 12 seconds. He hasn't done shit. Then he posted a picture of himself with a fucking rifle in combat like he fucking did something. Dude, you had iron sights on your gun, bro. You didn't get any fucking gunfights. You didn't even mess up your fucking hair. Did you break a sweat, you little bitch? He's going to need 2 months off for that comment I just made, by the way.
Probably.
Fuck Pete Buttigieg, right his ass. Well, maybe not.
Maybe not. I mean, look, that's
not trying to
kinda,
reward the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, we don't know if he's a top
gift.
or a bottom. Have you seen?
I've never
husband?
seen. No,
Oh, no.
Yeah, I can't tell. There's a picture of Kamala Harris and her parents, by the way.
Throw that up there. No. There's a picture of her with her parents.
Oh, with them.
Yeah.
Who are those people looking down on her? Like she's.
That might be an old picture of her parents. There's a picture of her and her two parents standing next to her. I just really enjoy it. I really enjoy the picture.
I don't believe I've seen it.
Because 3 or 4 years ago, she was an Indian woman.
Was she?
Yeah. Now
she's
black because it's convenient to be such, right?
Well, look, it worked. She got in there.
Is that
I'll
a
tell you
thing?
what, while you're pulling this up, I'm going to do the sponsors here real quick. Bob is not here today because he's in a fucking wedding in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. On a Wednesday wedding.
So we got to see how high Giorgio is right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Tuesday wedding.
So far the information I've been given is Kamala Harris with her mother and father. That narrows it down to how many photos?
3 people.
3 people.
But how many photos?
Giorgio, drugs is pretty much your answer for this.
I don't think
so
he's
just
high
say
enough,
drugs.
really.
Yeah, maybe it's not. Do you have anything more to smoke? I saw you just absolutely crush a full joint on the porch earlier. And I've never seen a happier person, by the way. You smoking weed, like that's the happiest a man can get. I didn't even bother opening the door to ask anything. I was like, I'm going to let him have this moment.
That was 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
He's
I let you.
stone cold sober right now.
Yeah. You can smoke on your ghost bed if you want, Giorgio. Ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 40% off the bundle package. Get the adjustable base and put the remote up in the bed, Giorgio. You can go in book mode. Book mode that'll really kick you up where you need to be. Smoke some weed, watch some TV. That is the adjustable base and the mattress. 40% off at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Now, if you want their individual items, their ghost pillows are the goddamn best, by the way. Can't live without the ghost pillows. Love their sheets. Huge fan of all their products. The weighted blanket is amazing. You can pop in the promo code Drinkin Bros for 30% off. You can fill up your whole cart. I know people hit me up earlier and were like, hey, dude, if I put like multiple items in there, can I get them all at 30% off? Yes, you can. And even the 40% deal. All of those deals are good with the 60-month pay-as-you-go program, which is new this year for 2022. It used to be 36. Now it's 60. So you can get a fucking brand new bedroom set for $20, $25 a month. If you have decent credits. If you have Delco credit, you can get it. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. Next up, we've got the store. The store's on fire.
Yeah.
Was last night it? Was that last night the last night for challenge coins?
To get the coin, yeah. But we've got some other cool shit coming up as well. So
the Bro Box is out. Sign up for a Bro Box. All you have to do is put in your T-shirt size, get a brand new T-shirt every single month, and then some form of glassware or something else fun in the store will be thrown in there at all times. We don't know what it's going to be. Then there's going to be golden tickets in there where you can actually win a free ghost bed, win some of the products, win some seltzer. It's all there.
There's also going to be an opportunity to win a trip somewhere to hang out with us.
Yes. Just go to drinkinbros.com/store. You can get all the tees. The new hats are in there. The flex fits. Dan's wearing one. I'm wearing one. You got the Defund Politician shirt. Boo bang. Those are all stocked up. We're all stocked up on drinkinbros.com/store. So get some fucking items, dude. Support the show.
Is this the photo you were asking about?
Yeah.
Because these are not her parents.
Who are they?
Oh, no, that's not the one. No. Her dad is Donald Harris. He's a Jamaican guy.
Yeah, this is a picture of them.
Yeah.
But
There you go.
Yeah, there's one, I'll find it later. There's a particular picture with her and her parents together, and it's her saying that she's Indian. Basically.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really proud of my Indian
heritage. Yeah.
Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You know, you can be the first to
You
do a
use
lot
the
of
race
stuff.
for what you need to.
Yeah,
It's what you learn.
BWC, Black When Convenient.
Yeah.
I think is how you say it. If the cops show up, she's Indian.
You have to be.
Right.
Have to be. Last but not least, hardafseltzer.com. Seltzer's coming out in 2 weeks. Holy shit. Damn it, dude. That's coming fast. And I think we just got asked to do a live show from BRCC down in San Antonio. Can we confirm that? I said this earlier in Ross Patterson Revolution. Jared has never gotten a date right in his life. Is it February 10th?
It's the 10th, yeah.
Okay, positive.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So February 10th, we're doing a live show from Black Rifle Coffee, and I think we will have the seltzers with us in time. So if you're there and would like to drop by the Black Rifle Coffee headquarters, they're going live on the New York Stock Exchange at 9 a.m. Eastern, so that'll be 8 a.m. We will be there early, and we will be drinking. Because why not, you know? Friendship, laughter, hugs. Bunch of people in town for that. I know, I think the Hodge twins are coming in. I think Nitro Circus might be there. And is Travis out of the hospital yet, Travis Pastrana?
I don't know, probably. He's probably doing flips right now somewhere.
Probably, jumping off a roof somewhere.
Yeah.
But go to hardafseltzer.com. All you do is just type in your email address, and then we'll email you when it drops, when it launches, the exact date, and then all the cities and states that it's in, and liquor stores, bars, restaurants, and the whatnots. So it'll be out everywhere, but I think we'll have those cases at the BRCC events.
Yeah, we should.
So yeah, we're sending out Nick to get a goddamn Yeti. Get us a fucking Yeti. Get us something that'll keep us cold. We need these drinks to be cold for us at 7 a.m. What's the weather like? Do we know that?
Who cares?
I care because I got a thing from the school this afternoon as a parent, as a proud father.
It's going to be cold as fuck next week.
Yeah. And there's supposed to be like snow or something, and they're like, hey, there's going to be a delay on Thursday. I don't know if that's fucking true. And I'm like, man, this is Texas.
A delay. Yeah, it looks like it's going to
90% 80% chance of snow on Thursday.
It's going to be, the high is 38, and it's going to be raining Wednesday and Thursday, so it's probably going to suck.
It's probably going to snow. So Thursday, well, no, this is this Thursday, not next Thursday.
Oh, I see. Next Thursday, I don't know. I don't see anything.
Next Thursday, 61, high of 61, low of 38. I'm sure it's the same in San Antoine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't care.
That's fine. But it might snow this Thursday.
That's fine. I don't have shit to do.
Low of 18 degrees here in Austin,
Come here and
Tejas.
talk to these fucking retards.
Yeah, dude. I'll go through the fucking snow and fuck shit up.
Speaking of retards,
Yeah.
I want to. So this Supreme Court shit. People seem to be mad that Biden said he's going to nominate a black woman. And I look, like anybody else, I feel like the best person should get that job. I also feel like the Supreme Court is a useless bunch of old fucking weirdos that have taken it upon themselves to become like a de facto Congress. Like it's an activist bench at this point. But I will remind all of you that your favorite Republican ever, Ronald Reagan, did the same goddamn thing.
Did he? What did he say?
He said that we were going to, when it was his turn to nominate a fucking justice, he said, we're going to nominate the first female, and it was Sandra Day O'Connor. He did exactly the same thing. Now, it wasn't based on race, but he chose a woman.
Yeah.
And he said before he chose the person, he said he was going to do it. So how is that different than what's happening right now? I think both are distasteful, by the way. I don't like either one of those things. I'm just saying it's already happened. So...
Look, I don't like it from either side. Just pick the most qualified person. I don't give a fuck what color they are, if they're a man or a woman. But clearly, as Jeopardy's shown us, the smartest woman is a man. So, I mean, look, yes, it probably should be a man. But what? I'm totally kidding. I'm putting in my own disclaimers now. Craigers just gave you $50 and said, thanks for the rant today. Dan, you really needed that.
Thank you.
and really needed that in the car. I just want the best person for every single position and job and everything else. Like, I remember, it was a few years ago, probably 7 or 8 years ago. Major League Baseball was doing a real study, think group on why there isn't more black baseball players and what they can do about it to make sure that there's more black people playing baseball.
Yeah, it was called RBI.
What's that?
RBI was the name of the program that Major League Baseball ran.
Oh, it was? Okay.
To get kids involved in the inner cities and playing baseball again.
Gotcha. So my issue with that was, like, who cares what race it is and who wants to play what sport and why? I have kids. I can't control what they want to do or what they want to play. And
if it's something like, not that anybody cares about lacrosse, but if something like lacrosse or hockey or swimming where you have to have shit to do it, like it's expensive to play lacrosse or hockey,
right?
More than any other sports, I think.
Golf is the highest.
And having, golf, and having access to a swimming pool isn't something that inner city kids necessarily have, right? So those things make sense. And look, I guess you could say the same about baseball. Having a fucking field to play baseball on isn't something that's just, that's something that we grew up with, but that might not be available to everybody. Making it available to everybody is one thing, but like trying to indoctrinate people into your sport, like what the fuck? Just let them do what they want.
I think it's a coolness factor. Because if you look at it, where that crop of kids started was probably in the 80s, right? Coming up, late 80s, early 90s, somewhere in there. Michael Jordan and those guys in the NBA, like, that's what the cool kids wanted to do. Shit, I wanted to be a fucking NBA player as a white kid, and I was just like, all right, cool. I didn't think, I enjoyed baseball, and I was good at baseball, and it was fun.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like the sexiest sport.
I think that's still the ranking. I still think among all children, it's, well, maybe not now, but like up to about 5 years ago before everything got political, I think it was basketball is the coolest, then football, then baseball, then hockey. Like if you wanted to become if you had professional athlete capabilities, I think that was the fucking pecking order.
Yeah. Yeah, because, look, NBA, you get to see your face, you get to dunk. Like, even the football players who overspend, all the strippers always say, yeah, dude, they're wearing a fucking helmet all day. They want you to know who they are.
NBA players also have commensurate career links with Major League Baseball players, but make way fucking more money. Way more money for a lot less effort.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, it's fucking half the games, right? Yeah. And you make way more money. So, I mean, that makes sense, too.
Yeah, but
that could be a product of the exclusivity of the league, too. You know what I mean? Like, only certain people can do that. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be tall, fast, and strong. In most cases. There's some exceptions, but you have to be usually all three of those things. When I say tall, the average male in America is 5'9". There aren't a whole lot of 5'9" people in the fucking in basketball.
No.
Tons of 5'9" people in baseball.
Yeah.
Quite a few. Not so much in football either, but
now that's Latin America has taken over baseball, nobody's bitching about it anymore.
No, because it's fucking great. I don't want to bitch about it. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do? Bitch that Ronald Acuna is on my favorite team?
Yeah.
And that Ozzy Albies is on my favorite team? No, I'm going to fucking watch the games, and they're going to dominate, and it's going to be fun.
But that argument stopped, man, a few years ago when it was like, all right, Dominicans have taken over. Like, fuck off. There's nothing you can do now. But again, I just think it comes down to, like, playing whatever's cool at the time. Same with
That's a big part of it. Want to Be Like Mike is like the biggest marketing campaign.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's the biggest marketing campaign globally that I think has ever existed because it was truly a global campaign. People in fucking Africa. Like, remember that, God damn it, what was the name of that movie with Kevin Bacon where he goes to Africa to find Up in the Air, not Up in the Air.
Oh, shit, where he brings back the guy.
Yeah. But there's a reference in that movie to it, right? Like, everybody fucking knew who Michael Jordan. He was the most, for a very long time. He still might be the most famous human being on the planet.
I agree.
By a wide margin.
Yeah. The only person I would have said.
The air up there, that's it.
Yeah, the air up there.
Yeah.
I would have said maybe Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And his height was probably the most famous, but then Jordan took over. But I think it's just a coolness factor. It was the same thing when, I read all this shit about women in film. There's not enough female directors or cinematographers and shit like that. It's like, one, the equipment is heavy. It's heavy as shit. And to try to lug that around is tough.
Well, I mean,
and not a lot of women wanted to do it.
Yeah.
There was few at NYU when I was there. There was like 2.
There aren't a lot of female trash collectors either for the same reason. You know what I mean? Like, Like, I don't think people understand how the film industry works, and this has been the dig on people who have tried to make that case about CEOs in financial markets and business in general. It isn't the type of job that lends itself either physically or personality-wise to the average woman, right? So that means that the average woman isn't going to be interested in that. Now, we're in a creator economy now, so more and more women are getting independently wealthy, and it's not fucking an issue anymore. But it wasn't an issue of people buying. Look, there's obviously old boys clubs everywhere, but it wasn't an issue of people getting boxed out. We see it. Jordan Peterson talks about this shit all the time. The data is pretty convincing over the last 30 years. Certain countries in Northern Europe went full ham on the equality thing and got it perfectly. Like, there's no way to stop women from doing anything over there. Even if you wanted to, you would get hammered immediately. Mm-hmm. And what they found is that women now, even to a greater degree than they do in North America, choose the jobs that we typically associated with women because it's fucking biology. Like, everything you do, the reason dudes put spoilers on their fucking cars is because they want to fucking bang some puss, right?
But is that really attracting the puss, spoilers?
I'm not saying it's effective. I'm just saying you will do stupid shit as a human being to try to fuck somebody.
Yeah.
Right? You'll lose your mind if your fucking girlfriend's mad at you and you think you're going to break up because that's your fucking security. That's your whole, like, biological purpose in life is to spread your seed, right? And if something comes between you and that, people get literally violently mad about it or violently sad in some cases and take their own lives. So naturally, left to their own devices, people are going to choose the thing that is most biologically suited to them. Mm-hmm. Not every woman is more biologically suited to things we traditionally think they are. Some women are different. Some men are different. But for the vast majority of people, about 95%, that is the case. It's not fucking... It's not prejudice. It's just how life works, motherfucker.
Sean, you're a Cowboys fan. Do you have a spoiler on the back of your car? That's the group, Dallas Cowboys fans. Like, that's what it is. I saw a spoiler here that was just maybe 3-4 feet tall off the back of this Honda Civic, and I was like, who the fuck is that for? Who is that for? And you know what I saw underneath it? A nice big blue star for the Cowboys. Yeah, you're welcome, Sean. That's your fan base.
Well,
spoilers.
Speaking of spoilers, it looks like Pelosi's son is going to jail.
Really?
Yeah, Paul, his name is.
Paul Pelosi?
Yeah.
That's an unfortunate name.
Yeah. So.
How about Tim McVeigh the other day?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
Change it. Just legally change it at that point.
So we heard last week that Paul Pelosi Jr., is involved in an FBI investigation into San Francisco officials. The officials were allegedly bribed to remove violations at Paul's ex-girlfriend's squalid property. And it was something that was rampant throughout the city, right? So these officials who were supposed to inspect places and blah, 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 were being bribed by a bunch of people. He just happened to be one of them.
Okay.
Paul Pelosi. So now we have what are being referred to as smoking gun documents that tie him directly to the fraud bribery scheme. In one document, Pelosi signed statements that he was the property owner, the party legally and financially responsible for this proposed construction activity, and then city permit expediter, which is a weird fucking job to have.
Yeah.
Why would you be a city permit expediter? How about the person that just minds their fucking business and lets me build whatever the fuck I want because it's my goddamn property? Maybe that should be the name of the fucking job anyways.
Or should you just do your fucking job and you don't need the word expediter on the back of it?
Yeah, I mean, how fucking that the phrase right there is just a total indictment of government bureaucracy.
Yeah.
We actually have to have a second job. So he's the city permit guy. I'm the guy that actually gets shit done. So what the fuck does he do?
Yeah, why are we paying this guy?
Anyways, former president of San Francisco Building Inspection Commission was indicted for fraud in November. He's currently on trial for that. He's accused of having his clients donate thousands of dollars to building inspector Bernie Curran, that's Curran, Bernie Curran's rugby club in exchange for city permits. The documents show Pelosi applying for the very same permit that building inspector Bernie Curran and Santos have been indicted for. Oops.
This is his 6th FBI probe, by the way. I'm looking at this article now.
Yeah.
That's great. It's a squalid flop house called The Pit.
Yeah, The Pit. It's a
owned
fucking
by his ex-girlfriend.
It's a fucking crack house.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and there's, I mean, honestly, what do you think a flop house fucking is, bro? I mean, it's not a fucking frat house.
I'm looking at pictures of it. It looks like a very nice house.
I'm sure it's a nice home. Most of the homes in San Francisco are or were at some point, right? Hunters Point used to be really nice.
Yeah.
Now it looks like fucking Skid Row. And Paul Pelosi and Hunter Biden, best friends. Hunter Biden owns that fucking Seneca, that firm, the consulting firm, is the people that founded it are Hunter Biden and fucking John Kerry's stepson.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's great.
I just did this on American Party last week. Fucking the ex-wife of the former mayor of Moscow gave that company, at the time, we're in a dispute with Ukraine about corruption, and this woman gives the company that Hunter Biden and Hines, whatever the fuck, John Hines, I think his name is, she gives their company $3.5 million. Mm-hmm. Right? So the son of the vice president and the stepson of the fucking, what do you call it? Secretary of State, she gives them $3.5 million. And that's not a red flag to anybody. And now we're trying to invade Ukraine. So, if you think that any of this is above board, if you think that your political party matters, that somebody's going to come save you, like, well, we got to get out and vote. Like, you're a fucking idiot at this point.
No.
This is a wonderful establishment. I have some pictures here of it if you want to take a look.
Pop those up,
man.
there.
What the fuck?
You just hope that Nancy Pelosi's son owns a property like this.
What are the chances
Holy
that
shit.
Hunter Biden has smoked crack in that room?
Man,
Has anybody fucking looked at all the weird pictures of Hunter Biden on drugs with whores and seen if it matches any of the rooms in this fucking building?
It's close. So hang on. Put that first picture up, Giorgio.
This one?
Is that a fucking bowl full of piss right there?
Yeah,
Did
I
you
don't know
see
if it's
that?
water or pee. I also noticed this other bowl here, and then this floor
That
looks
is urine.
very wet.
What
That's urine.
the fuck?
Yes, dude. That's urine. So go back one more, Giorgio.
So
It looks
why-
like there's blood on that pillow.
Oh,
See that in
yeah.
the top right?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So explain to me why.
Also, that's not a pillow. That's just the mattress.
That's just the mattress.
Yeah.
Right
Oh, man. Get a mattress protector. Ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros.
Explain to me why the son of the most powerful person in all of Congress and one of the people that made themselves the richest through their political service, if you want to call it service, owns that.
I don't know. I mean, you can do drugs in so much nicer places. Like, go to the Four Seasons.
He can certainly afford it.
Yes. Go to the Four Seasons, rent a suite, and do drugs for weeks if you want to. Pull up more of those pictures, Giorgio.
Okay, one second. I was going to pull up the actual lease where he had signed it.
Yeah, I saw the lease on here, and I saw the check. But I didn't see. Oh,
Well, they're
man.
doing construction on this one. Hold on, I'll open this one.
The
up
doors
there.
are broken off.
Well, sometimes you really got to get in.
I guess so. Look at the carpet, though. I always look at the carpet and shit like this, where you're like, all right, great. What did it used to look like? And that's what it used to look like right there.
How much are we putting down to flip this house?
Man, let's get Tariq in here. Tariq, what's his name? Or Tariq?
Tariq, I believe.
Yeah, Tariq. Let's get him and his fucking hot ass.
I still got my hard money connection, so
Let's do
I
it.
think he was just on the property and off in 6 weeks.
You know the fucked up thing is in San Francisco, this is probably $3 million, like this property. All right,
Hawaii's
so-
worse, by the way. You ever see the property value in Hawaii?
Oh yeah.
You get a shack for $1 million.
No, Zuckerberg owns an entire. Pull up the picture of the piss again. It's because there's a third bowl back there, and I don't want that one left out. Yeah.
Yeah, the red one here in the back. It looks like styrofoam is in it.
That also has piss in it as well because I'm looking at a close up of it.
This looks like when I run out, like when I was
College.
when I was in college and I ran out of things to eat cereal in. You just grab whatever, like it's a fucking Frisbee with cereal in it.
We've got a bottle of rubbing alcohol here, which I'm assuming is to use
Put the
clean
picture
needles.
back up there.
Right here. That's what I'm assuming this is. We're deep diving. We're CSI in this.
yeah.
We've got Quaker Oats.
There's
I
an
don't know-
iron, though.
Oh, do you think they had a sponsorship with Quaker Oats?
Possibly. And I don't know what these are. Are these batteries? I thought they were Whippet containers at first.
Those are tampons.
Or they
those do
could
look
be
like
Nerf.
tampons,
Oh shit!
Nerf darts.
You want to see what I'm wearing? So I'm getting a wireless caller from Washington D.C. right now.
See what it is.
Yeah,
I'll
answer.
answer it live on air.
Yeah.
It's got to be Hunter.
I hope so.
Hello.
Hello, Ross Patterson. It's Valerie McConaughey.
Hi. How are you? I am live on air. Let me call you right back. I was expecting this to be Paul Pelosi.
I apologize.
I will call you right back after the show is over.
Sounds good.
Bye bye.
That would have been a lot funnier if it had been not her.
Yeah. That's really fucking funny. Nobody ever says their full name. That's why I didn't.
No, that was a very formal call.
It's a political call too. Oh, that's fucking funny, dude. And if I told this story, oh boy, that'd be great. I can't though. Can't now at least, but maybe someday in the future. Pull up that photo again.
I want to know what's in these boxes right here. It's like maybe towels, but they seem too nicely folded, so I don't know what that is. And then maybe
Maybe they
razors?
have maybe they have turn down service in this fucking obvious crack house.
Turn down for what? Nailed it. Nailed it.
And you see that couch, that's not the original upholstery. That's not even the upholstery. That's something put over the couch. And we all know why you do something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, what has gone on in this place? And there's tile on the floor, but there's also carpeting. There's very little tile, and then there's carpeting there, and then there's just so much piss. Man, could you just not hold it in is what I don't understand.
Well, I mean, look, I understand having piss emergencies. What I don't understand is leaving it there. Right?
No, I don't know. Pull up these other pictures. Show that bedroom. I don't need to see the ceiling. Oh, is it? They just cut out the ceiling, huh?
Oh.
That's fun. All right. Go to that second picture. Scroll down, Giorgio. Keep scrolling. There it is. The second one with the bed. Is it just a match or something? Oh, it's not a bed at all. It's just the ceiling that fell down on the floor.
I was very confused. It's the ceiling that fell through. That was a bathroom, I think, back here once because I see a sink-like thing.
Pop that up real quick.
Hold on. Let me blow this up for everybody.
Look at that, dude. That is nice. That is nice. Blinds are knocked out because who cares? Reasons. You're partying. Man, that is really, really funny.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, look. Clearly, this is a Property Brothers property. And he's a little fixer-up.
Boy, that
Fixer-upper.
But let's face it, none of these fuckers are going to jail. Right?
No.
Hunter Biden's not going to jail. Paul Pelosi's not going to jail.
Well, I mean, eventually they're going to something that resembles jail.
Yeah.
Right? Which is not actual jail, but it's the patrician class in North America crumbling. That's the jail they have to look forward to.
So this is on
Utah Street.
Utah Street, yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm reading something here that says Pelosi Jr. links to the Utah Street venue back decades. Back to when it used to be a massage therapy parlor and an herbal medicine clinic.
Look, if you're running cash through that shit,
Herbal,
that's
yeah,
what you're doing.
that's all it is. It's just it's a front to clean money.
Man.
I mean, that's cool. Shit.
I never understand when I see shit like this because there's like a Ross Dress for Less bag in there. What I never understand is when you have this type of money, it is so much funner just to do drugs at like the Four Seasons or the Beverly Hills Hotel or something like that. Like you have the money to do it. This is not fun at all. Like it's like in Succession when Homeboy goes to smoke crack at that dude's house. And you're like, man, you're too rich for this.
Yeah, but that's where you go to smoke crack. People don't smoke crack at the Four Seasons.
But you should.
No, you want the authentic experience.
I don't.
It's not the same unless there's a couple of dudes sitting around
If I'm
twitching.
smoking crack, I want it to be in UIE.
No.
At the Four Seasons, not this bullshit.
So it's a 17-room hovel. Is what they
Hovel.
call it.
Yeah.
Hovel.
17 rooms.
Amazing. So do they own all 17 rooms? Or
I
just,
think he owns
just
the
one?
entire property, the upstairs and downstairs from my reading of it real quick.
All of it's a shithole. So congratulations, I guess.
It's a different experience. One
It is.
one's where you do your peeing, one's where you do your intravenous.
Do you have an address for it? Not that we're doxing anybody. It's on the
Oh, yeah, we do.
internet.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it's
1312 Utah Street.
1312. I just want to see what neighborhood
Can
it's
we
in.
get a fucking
That's not a real address.
streets? I know, right? Yeah, that, even that
1312
sounds
Utah Street?
made
No,
up.
have you been to San Francisco? All like every fucking north south street is named after a state.
State, yeah. Yeah. But pull it up. You can Google. I'm sure it'll go from
Yeah, I
Google.
got
There
a
we
little
go.
Google Street View action.
Ah, look at that. It looks exactly what I pictured it to look like. And
Yeah,
then
like someone just
somebody
gentrified
redid
this.
the next door. Yeah, they
uh-huh.
gentrified that, and then that's probably $8 million.
Is this where they filmed Charmed right beside it?
Full House?
Where in San Francisco is this? Which
Is that Potrero Hill?
Are we Mission? This looks flat. So is this Mission?
Look at that. So everything else is done up around it. I mean, that's not a bad street. And then you just have this one shithole jack-off parlor there.
Like you pay $4,000 a month to rent this place right here. and
5,200 for
That's
sure.
that's
yeah.
that's right at the southern part of Mission and Potrero Hill. So it looks like it's probably in Mission because it's on the other side of 80.
But you look out your window to just people coming out of this
Yeah.
at all hours.
Mission to-
A guy sleeps right here. What
Yeah.
used to be a loading dock, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Man, that's a rough. That's not the best place to be.
Let's go down the block a little bit.
Yeah, go down the block. What do we got there? Chipotle?
Is that near?
It's they caught a woman with her child. Wow, Google Street View just doxed people.
Yeah, no.
Well, I think they blur out all the faces.
There's a Walgreens. Okay, so you know
There was a
Wait,
Walgreens
who's
bag
the-
in the apartment.
What's that advertisement up on the fucking? Go back, on the right up there, top left. Go to the left.
Here?
Go to the left. Nope.
Oh,
Up, right there. Who's that?
let me go back. Shit, sorry.
Man, you're just.
I mean, I'm trying to zoom in. This is not the most intuitive.
Look, you're doing fine.
Number one
Giorgio.
ranked for adult learners.
Oh, so it's an English as a second language thing.
Golden State University.
Look at that. They blocked out that lady's head on Google Earth.
It has the AI and Google Earth blocks out any face.
No shit.
Yeah, it's dope. I mean,
Wow,
it's dope.
Someone looks like they
The
leave
tech
their
is cool.
Christmas lights up year round, so I'm judging them.
Those probably aren't Christmas
I
lights.
wouldn't judge them, Giorgio. It's a fun thing if you leave the outside lights on a little bit. You know?
I'll leave the lights on for you, Ross.
It's
Yeah.
street parking there too. I guarantee you, every single one of those cars has been broken into multiple times.
Oh yeah, by Paul.
Oh wait, directly across the
Looking
street
for a
is
lighter.
a boarded up, looks like bar, cold beer. They used to say here.
Yeah,
Sweet
that's
dreams,
nice.
see you.
Every corner house in fucking San Francisco looks like that. They got a fucking turret for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what they were expecting.
No.
It was after the 1905 earthquake. They started building in this style, whatever the fuck it is, and there's turrets all over San Francisco.
Victorian.
No guns, though. There's no guns. Like, you have a turret, and you don't have, at least have dudes with crossbows up there.
Dan,
Like,
so
what the fuck are you doing?
how many guys would you need to staff this? Like 3? Like one?
To staff that, well, you need, you have 3 windows, I would say 2 crew-served weapons, which is 6 people.
Okay. 6 guys could defend that. From how many?
They could, well, it depends on their standoff, right? I mean, if you blow the place up, if they have close air support, you could defend it indefinitely from ground troops. Like, they would kill everybody that got near there until they ran out of ammo, basically.
Sweet. I'm going to start showing you buildings and asking you how you would defend them.
It's all pretty much the same. There's like 4 ways to defend a building.
Okay, never mind.
No.
I mean, we could do the 4.
Yeah, we can run through the 4 for sure. Because if you're going to protect something in this world, you want to protect your jack-off house.
Yeah, well, it depends on what you're trying to do exactly. Like, if you're trying to protect the building itself, then you want to get standoff way from the building, right? You don't. If you just stay inside the building, people can attack the building, and eventually, the building will collapse. So you want to interdict before they get to the building. But if you're just trying to defend it from, I don't know, 300 or 400 people, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
If they got rockets and shit, then you have to go to where they would shoot the rockets.
Lots of plastic up here in the walls. And it looks like bars and gates on this side here.
Yeah, look, there's a lot going on in San Francisco these days. A lot of smash and grabs. And look, again, I really want to state the importance of this, okay? If it's a rub and tug, if it's a jack-off house, as the kids are calling it these days, you got to protect it at all costs. Bars are necessary. 3 to 8 different locks probably on top of that. Like,
Any place that people know is dealing in cash is going to be a target.
yeah.
That's the other part. That's why we need to legalize getting jacked off by strangers and let them use credit cards so they can't steal it. Then only fucking really smart people can steal it from you.
Mm-hmm. So all the places that serve weed and jack-off houses and things like that, we need to We need to protect these people, Giorgio. That's all we
I
have
just
left.
get armed security, man. There's plenty of it in San Francisco. There has
Tons.
to be.
Oh, dude, L.A. right now, they're going through a fucking boom. They don't have enough people for armed security guards. Now's the point of the show. We get to the Drinkin' Bro of the week. All you have to do is go to drinkinbros.com and submit. There's a little submission on the top right, and boom, it goes directly to our inbox, and then we read it live. It can be happy, it can be sad. You can nominate whoever you want. You can nominate fucking Chewbacca if you want to. I don't care. And we'll read it live on air. This one's coming from Wes Lockwood from Virginia. Has been a listener for 6 years. He's nominating Tim Morris. I know Tim. Love Tim. Tim A. Reason for the nomination, he says, always a big supporter, does great videos for the news group. When it was active, got to meet him in person in Chicago. Such a genuine guy. Great skits for the group, and just a positive individual. I agree. Whenever we're in Chicago, we always pay homage to Tim Morris.
Homage.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, whenever I'm in Chicago, I always hit up Tim and have a drink with him. And then he took me into the news station one time, and that was probably a mistake because we were having Long Island iced teas.
Right.
Probably around 11 a.m., maybe noonish. Probably bumping it up an hour for his benefit. Either way, he had a long work day.
We love Tim Morris. That's the short
It is.
story.
That is. And he's the Drinkin' Bro
Yeah.
of the week. Congratulations, Tim. And thanks for listening to the show. Wes, go to Spotify and rate the show now. After we've discussed them today. They've got a little rating system. Just click the 5-star. You don't have to leave a review. iTunes, you got to leave a review and click the star. And all of this shit helps with the advertisers. So please go and do that. I'm going to keep hammering it into your head until all 90 million people go ahead and do it. And then we can be number one in the world and dominate people.
Somebody made sports marketing just said natural immunity in all caps. You're right. Then there's a shirt on drinkinbros.com/store that says natural immunity. And you should buy it and wear it in public. And if somebody asks you for some fucking card or to put a mask on, you just point to it.
And just say, boom.
Boom.
There I am.
And also, if, man, this is a tough one. I keep getting these emails from the school. Like, 2 kids tested positive for COVID-19.
Every day.
I'm going to start sending them daily emails about my medical situation.
You should.
Found a new bump on my balls.
Yeah.
Would you like to see a picture? Question mark, smiley face, winky smiley face.
Yeah.
And
Is that a zit or is it herpes?
Yeah. And then Brian Flores is suing everybody. Did you see this?
No.
For racial discrimination.
Well, he's dropping a lot of text messages too, and he's going scorched earth right now.
He's pissed.
The coach of the Dolphins?
Yeah.
There's got to be something more to this story. The Dolphins fired him. I know the Dolphins going to Dolphin, right?
Yeah,
They're the dumbest motherfuckers of all time.
Allegedly, right now, what he's saying is he was offered $100,000 to lose games in 2019 to tank. So
Well, that's not
a lot of
probably
money.
true, right?
an additional $100,000 for each loss.
Is that in writing? Let me ask you that. Is that in text?
I think he also just put Bill Belichick on blast with a text message that Bill Belichick meant to send to another Brian, congratulating him on the Giants job because Flores didn't get it, I guess.
Shut the fuck up.
So he's kind of he's losing his mind right now.
He's suing the NFL, the Dolphins, the Giants, and the Broncos.
What?
If he's got evidence about that $100,000 thing, that's pretty big news.
Yeah, somebody's on Market. It looks like Marcus Spears on Flores' lawsuit. Spare me the shock. I haven't seen this interview yet. Obviously, the story's new. It's about
I was shocked when he
37
got
minutes
fired.
old. I was shocked when he got fired at the Dolphins, too, but maybe they knew he was fucking crazy.
Maybe.
It says the lawsuit alleges that the NFL has discriminated against Brian Flores and other black coaches for racial reasons, denying them positions as head coaches, coordinators, and quarterback coaches, as well as general managers. Hire the best person for the job. I don't care what fucking race they are. I don't
He did a pretty
understand.
goddamn good job with them. Maybe he just started talking about flat earther stuff, or like what do you think would have been the signs that he was losing his shit?
I don't know. It could be during the interview process. So he was up for the Texans job, right? And if you don't get that, you're kind of out of the NFL.
Yeah.
Or not going to coach for a while. So maybe he didn't get that job and they called him and they were like, hey, we're not giving you this job. And he was like, well, fuck you. He's suing 3 different teams, though?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how old is he? He's not very old.
He's not very old.
He's 40. This seems like a
He's
weird.
with the Broncos?
Seems like a weird time in your career to go scorched earth and ruin the rest of your career.
Because you're done now. You
Like
can't
he's
go
either
back.
he's either going to prove his case here or he will never coach again. At 40.
Boy, that's a big boy move here.
Yeah.
So it's a class action lawsuit. It's against the NFL.
Who are the other participants in the lawsuit?
It's a great question. It's got to be other candidates who have either interviewed for jobs.
It's not Lovie Smith.
But yeah, so the Dolphins, the Broncos, and the Giants regarding their interview processes with Denver and New York and his firing last month. Look, the Denver situation is I don't think it has anything to do with the head coach. They're for sale right now. And they had to wait for this court order to get the family off of, I guess it was, the kids were trying to fight that it was part of the estate.
Yeah.
They ended up losing it, and they said they could put the fucking team up for sale. I don't think the Broncos have chosen, or they didn't, because they had to wait for that lawsuit to clear, which it did. And have they hired anybody? Did the Broncos end up hiring anybody? I don't think they did.
Dan would know.
I haven't heard about them hiring.
The Bears did. I don't think the Broncos did.
But didn't the Broncos just hire Green Bay? OC?
Oh, yes. Shit. Yes. So, I mean, look, it's a 58-page lawsuit. So, yeah, he's asking that the Dolphins owner pay up for tanking on purpose, offering him $100,000 for every game.
Did he take the money?
The team lost that season. So, shit.
Did he take the money?
I don't know. Because then,
That's the first question I would have.
yeah.
Well, I mean, 58-page lawsuit. We just found out late last week and early this week about these coaching changes, but he had this shit ready.
So he said,
Like this stuff, he didn't put this lawsuit together in the last day and a half.
No. And he's saying here that the general manager said he was mad at him for their on-field success because it was compromising the team's draft position. Which I
Is
understand.
it? They have like first-round draft picks for the next 8 years.
Yeah, but they're shitty. And what he's saying is, hey, we're not going to win the Super Bowl anyways. Can we just continue to be a little shittier and we'll pay you to do it?
I mean,
He probably would have shut the fuck up if they would have kept him on as coach.
yeah. Is there anything in the rules that says you can't tank games on purpose?
No, I don't think there is.
So, I mean,
If you point shave, there is.
yeah, point shaving for gambling, that's a federal crime.
Yeah.
But as a team trying to get a better draft position and you're incentivizing your coach to make that happen, I don't think that there's anything technically illegal about that. So what exactly is he suing for?
Everyone gets fired for it. I mean, Doug Peterson essentially got fired for that. Greg Williams with the Jets. Remember when he did the Engage 8 blitz where they threw a touchdown at the end of the game a few years ago? He got fired for that. I guess it's frowned upon. I don't know if it's illegal.
If you can pay me to win, you can pay me to lose.
Either way, you're tanking your own stock if you lose games as a head coach.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, that puts you in a pretty. I think one of the more interesting scenes from the Moneyball movie was Art Howell saying, "Hey, I've got I know you've got these crazy ideas about baseball, but I've been a manager for a long time, and I've got to go work somewhere else next year. So, like, either give me a long-term contract or." I'm going to fucking play the way I play.
Yeah.
And that was a fair point, to be honest.
Yeah.
Billy Bean fucked him over. Art Howell was a cunt, too. So
With the Belichick thing, they've got the text messages in here. So he was saying that he was going to get hired. It was the wrong Brian he was texting. And but to Belichick's credit, he texted him back and said, sorry, I fucked this up. I double-checked and misread the text. I think they're naming Brian Daboll as the coach, and I'm sorry about that. What else do you want? Like, dude, I've butt-dialed people or texted the wrong person all the time, and I'm like, hey, man, sorry about that.
What's crazy is I think Belichick uses exclamation points in that fucking text message.
I use exclamation marks, dude.
Yeah, but it's Belichick.
I'm excited.
Belichick's never been excited about anything in his life.
Maybe he's excited about texting.
The weirdest thing about accidentally sending your sister a nude is when she sends one back. By the way.
Yeah, which happens a lot.
Then you have a best
lot.
sister.
Oh, God damn it, dude. George, are we ending on that today? I think we have to. A best sister.
That's the product of University of Missouri right there.
Jesus Christ, dude. Get it together, man. Get your a best sister. How many times have you thought about that? You're the reason why Pornhub is now filled with brother fuck sisters. Like, my God.
I actually have a joke about that in my stand-up now. It is my fault.
It is.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I want you to live in that for a while, okay?
Okay.
God damn it. You just got this, the best sister.
I'm leaving.
We should have changed the name of this show to Best Sister. We're out of here on that note. We're gone, dude. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. I don't even know who the fuck works for us anymore. Have a Best Sister day.